We have perhaps one of the most important pieces of legislation to pass in this Congress, but as the Secretary of Labor has already indicated, probably one of the most important pieces of legislation from the standpoint of 55 million people who will be covered by it ever passed by the Congress of the United States, because it involves their lives. 12,500 people lost their lives in accidents in America's factories and in other places of business. And over 2 million people were injured. This bill deals with that. It goes beyond that. It deals with the environment in which the people, the 55 million Americans who are covered by it, will be working. And it provides for an institute which will look into the problems of the environment, the problems of noise, the problems of cleanliness, all of these things that can affect health in an indirect way. Now, let's talk about who's responsible. Usually at an occasion like this, the President stands up and says, I did it. Or the Congress says, I did it. Or the Democrats say they did it, the Republicans say they did it. Or Labor takes the credit, or management takes the credit. I would like to have the record very clear here that this bill could not be signed by the President of the United States today unless everybody had worked together to get it through. I submitted the legislation proposal in August of last year. In substance, it attains the goal that we all wanted to reach. And so this bill could not be signed unless it had had bipartisan support, Democrats and Republicans working together. It couldn't be signed unless both houses of the Congress, the Senate often does not follow the House and vice versa, but in this case, both houses of the Congress have worked together so that this bill could be signed. And it wouldn't be signed today unless it had had the support of organized labor. It couldn't be signed today unless it had also had very enthusiastic support by the representatives of business and management who will be affected by the regulations issued under this bill, all cooperating in a common goal, the saving of lives, the avoiding of injuries, making the places of work for 55 million Americans safer and more pleasant places